It's just a road with a bit of traffic on it, yeah, and no reason to stop, except I've stopped my bike because over the top of the wall there's this beach. Wow, an expansive beach in a big high sky. And I looked at the cow parsley, or the Queen Anne's lace, and I thought, I wonder if I could use that in the painting. And then I can see some light and shade on the beach. So I've got my watercolours out and I've set up here. So I've painted in the Queen Anne's lace over here. And then in the middle ground I've got some of the gorse. So I've painted that into here. Behind it you can see these slabs of rock just down there, and then if you look across the beach you'll see some tiny specks of figures. They're just little specks, so they've appeared in my painting as little specks of figures. I've got this expansive beach here, and then the joy was getting this ridge of hills from across over there. You see there's hardly anything of them, but I've mixed in some purple, ultramarine blue, a little bit of viridian green, and then behind it there's some more purple and greys and distant blues in the sky. There's so many colours in this, it's rather fun. So by the side of the road, that's my studio today. And here comes another cyclist. Well done. How do. That's it, the cyclist greeting. How do. These wonderful jagged cliffs surround the town of Ilfracombe, which is where I am right now, up on the top, little chapel. But what people come to see is this extraordinary statue, Verity. Verity, a pregnant lady with a ginormous sword, made by Damien Hirst, and it's a stunning piece, just slightly weird because there's a cross section on the other side. You can see inside her pregnant tummy and see the little fetus. Slightly weird thing to have by the seaside, but hey, Ilfracombe gets talked about. Damien Hirst has that to answer for. And people in Ilfracombe, well, they look at the statue and then they say, I tell you what, let's go crabbing. I think this is the saddest thing. Here's a sheep with her newborn lamb that's sadly not survived. It's the saddest thing. Oh, I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do except to say, I'm really sorry for your loss, dear sheep. She keeps checking, doesn't want to leave her little lamb. I'm so sorry for you. Now this is a really good reason to stop. First of all, it's a beautiful bay with a lovely looking island. But secondly, and perhaps more importantly, my first glimpse of Wales. Yes! There is Wales on the horizon. Oh wow, what a feeling. That's brilliant. I'm really excited. Boats going past, and up above, in the distance, on the horizon, I can just spot the land of dragons. Yes, it's Cymru, Wales, beckons. Here's a nice image. People busy down by the water in the harbour. This is Lynmouth and Lynton, the twin towns. Lynmouth down the bottom, Lynton at the top. And the best way of getting there is on the little railway that operates by water The weight of water alone. It's amazing. It's over 100 years old. It runs all day, every day, up and down, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's the only way of getting comfortably and easily from Lynmouth to Lynton and back to the other way, because these twin villages have more hills than just about anywhere else I know. Anyway, I've been sketching it this morning. That's what I've painted. Yep. Looks a little bit like that, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to pack up in a moment and head off up this hill over here. It's about a 1-in-1. Ouch! Heavens, there's still a little steam railway. Well, steam may be. Actually, it's the weight of the water. Honestly, it's just water powered. It's been running for over 100 years, and it's the way of getting between Lynton at the top and Lynmouth at the bottom. Also has a lot of hills, hence the fact that the little railway is used all day, every day, to get people from Lynmouth to Lynton. Here's my little sketch I've done. Recognise it? That's it. And to think this is just powered by water. This offload a couple of 100 litres of water, and this is going up under its own weight. Amazing, been going for nearly a squillion years, this. Tell you what, it beats walking up the hill, doesn't it? Or worse, cycling up it. Thank you, Mike. And now it refills for the return journey. Isn't that amazing? That's all it takes. Water. And away it goes on the return trip. All by the weight of water. I'm in a pretty valley climbing out of Lynmouth and Lynton onto Exmoor. This, believe it or not, is an A road. Yeah, I know. Anyway, there's Exmoor climbing above us, and down below, just over the edge of this, is the river. I can hear it trickling 100 feet below me or so. It's really lovely. But boy, after yesterday's 50 miles, I'm finding that today I've got to go a little bit more carefully and cautiously just to keep my breath. In the middle of Exmoor, on the borders of Somerset and Devon, is Lorna Doone territory, and this is where the heroine lived. It's a famous book written in the 19th century, and basically it tells the story of dear gorgeous Lorna, who was brought up by the Doones. The Doones were a bunch of ne'er-do-wells, and of course she fell in love with a young handsome farmer, and there was not good relationship between the farmer's family and the Doones. You know, same old, same old. And of course there was a love rival, and the love rival was a scumbag because he thought he could just have her. It's a really accurate historical novel about the Monmouth Rebellion and the last battle in England, the Battle of Sedgemoor, Judge Jeffreys and stuff like that. Is this where the pitched battle happened, on the bridge or in the ford? I don't know, but what I do know is I'm going to cycle over the ford. The good thing with this novel is it's all set in real places, like for instance the big showdown here in Orr Church where Lorna is shot. I know, what? That's the sort of plot you'd expect in the 20th century, not in the 17th century. You can imagine the baddie coming in here and finding Lorna and shooting her. Oh! The good news is she survives. The baddie gets chased after by the hero and the baddie dies. Yay! And Lorna and the farmer live happily ever after. Ah, The end. There you go, you don't have to read it now, do you? Good story. Great setting. Bit of a milestone really, because it marks the last hill, and it's a downhill on the great southwest coastal route that stretches from Dorset all the way around through Devon, Cornwall, Devon, Somerset again, around about 700 miles. I've got my OS map here, my trusty Ordnance Survey map of the entire route around the UK, and I'm following the dotted line on that. It's great having a paper map, I love it. And here's my route. I'm going to go down the scenic route, yes, because that's only 1 in 14, and I'll be hauling on the brakes as I go. Yes, it really is scenic. Wow. Wow is a good way to describe this. Wow! This is one of those special moments, marked by Camino's scallop shells and this sign that says the Southwest Coast Path. Yep, as you can see, my bike's got the scallop shells on the back. Here's a good marker point. The marker point for the Southwest Coast Path. So, take a look at this. I've cycled this around here, Weymouth. Are you tired yet? There's a lot of hills. Are you worn out yet? Yeah, and that's where I am now. At Minehead, it says walking it is 630 miles, over 1000 k. Well, I actually think it's a little bit longer on the bike for some reason. I think I've done about 700 and something miles. But it feels great! It feels utterly brilliant. It feels like reaching your potential, setting yourself a target, dreaming big and making that dream come true. I feel wonderful. I feel like I need a cup of tea actually. What I need to do now is follow these scallop shells and onwards around Britain. Wish me luck. I'm staying in Coniga at the Dunster Castle Hotel, and this is my room. Yes. Oh look, got a glass of sherry, a nice tea, and the facilities room. Look at my furniture, unbelievable. Wow, I've got a mirror the size of Berkshire. Come on in, Lisa. And Lisa's bringing me bags. Oh, thanks, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Perfect. What a lovely room. My goodness me. A chaise longue and everything.
It is. See you later.
Ta-da, thank you very much. And look at this. Here on the street, I look up to Coniga, which is that lovely folly up on the hill up there. Here's the main street. Down to the castle. Wow. Now, if these trees look tall, that's because they are. They're massive. And somewhere in amongst all of these is one that lays claim to being the tallest tree in England. And as I'm the tallest cyclist on this bike at the moment, I think it's only fitting that I should come and find it. Doesn't it look gorgeous? Yes, look at this. It's a tree. Not just any tree. This is the tallest tree in England. And one day, when I grow up, I want to be as tall as this tree. What chance have I got? None whatsoever. I love it. 60 metres is pretty tall. Yeah, but what sort of tree is it? I would say it's probably a wooden tree made of wood. I like the way spring arrives at different times. These giant oaks are barely thinking about waking up and starting their growth for the year. And yet behind me is this horse chestnut, which is already in full leaf, and it's got its beautiful candelabra flowers on there. Everything takes its time, has its moment. You know, for me, the king of trees is this one, the copper beech. I love its gorgeous, deep, russet leaves. It stands there and says, "You may be a lovely green tree, but I'm the king of trees."